Hey guys, this is Ontario and I got a battle here versus Kelly from StarBFI chat room. She's the first girl which I encounter on Wi-Fi for a pretty long period of time, so this will be a fun match. And she brings in pretty cool team with such rare pokes like bulky Frostlass and physical Venusaur, so yeah. As you can see, we decided to do a UU match, and I lead my team with Omastar because this is the thing which I lead my team always. So she leads with her Frostlass, and first turn she decided to taunt me just to prevent me from setting up spikes, and after that she set up the first layer of her spikes. So after that I bring in my Lapras because I've come to realization that all Frostlass carries either Ice Beam or Shadow Ball, so this isn't going to do whole much to my Lapras. But after that I see that this Frostlass is carrying leftovers, so this may be some kind of bulky Frostlass of her, so I go for a curse just to build up my attack and defense stats, and then she goes for a taunt which will prevent me from cursing anymore, and then she decides to take a switch into her Azumarill as I go for a Waterfall just to do some damage on incoming target. And when I saw that this Azumarill is carrying leftovers, I've come to realization that this is substituting Azumarill, so I decided to take a switch to my Magneton, and I know that I need to sacrifice something to break this fucking sub, because this will be pretty troublesome to win this match with this Azumarill on the field. So yeah, I break this up with Thunderbolt, and then I let my Magneton to die because she goes for the Focus Punch, which is super effective on my Magneton. So after that I make a horrible mistake in this match which will actually cost me a game, because I bring in my Dactyl and I forgot that this thing also carries Aqua Jet. So Aqua Jet take down my Dactyl, which will be pretty handy to have at the end of the game, as you can see. So yeah, after that I bring in my Scary Mojo as I should do earlier, and I go for a trick just to trap it with my choice Scarf item and trap it with using Substitute. So now she needs to take a switch into something, and she decided to go for her Frostlass again as I set up my rocks, which is always good to have them on the field. So after that I decided to take a switch into my Omastar again, predicting some Ice Beam, which is 2 times resistant by my Omastar. So after that I decided to go for the knockoff, predicting another taunt because I don't fall into the same trap second time. So I just knock off her leftovers, which is always good. And after that, because my only offensive move in this set is Surf, so I decided to just go for it. And she decided to bring in her Azumarill again as I go for a Surf to do some damage to this guy. And after that she goes for a Focus Punch, over-predicting my switch into Lapras, but I decided to over-predict her and stay in, and just finish off her Azumarill with Surf, with Crit, which is actually unnecessary. So after that she decided to bring in her Venusaur. I go for Protect just to see what she does, and she decided to go for a Power Whip, which makes me think that this is her banded Venusaur or some physical one. So I decided to take a switch into my Catandog just to get this thing intimidated, and yeah, to take Power Whip like a monster. But she missed, which kind of gay for her, but whatever. So then she decided to take a switch into her Rhyperior, and I missed with Will-O-Wisp, which kind of sucks, but whatever, because after that next turn it occurs that my Catandog is faster than this thing somehow, and I'm able to pull off Will-O-Wisp, which will burn the Rhyperior, and to cut off the amount of damage dealt by its physical attacks. So after that, because I'm faster, I go for Morning Sun just to stall it a bit, and she decided to go for the Stealth Rocks with her Rhyperior because it's always a good move. So after that I'm a bit stalling this Rhyperior, this big fat cow. So after that I go for a Fire Blast just to do as much damage as I can, and she goes for a Mega Horn, which is a bit random, I need to say, because it did like 10 HP or something like that. So the damage was pretty pathetic, I need to say. And I decided to go for another Fire Blast, which actually didn't kill this thing, which kind of makes me fucking piss off. So yeah, Burn didn't finish off this shit, and next turn, because I'm faster, I decided to, you know, make it suffer less and finish it off with Fire Blast. So I go for it, it didn't miss, and I was happy as hell because of that fact, and I kill off this Rhyperior. So now I kill off Rhyperior without a problem, and then my HP is looking pretty good. So she decided to bring in her Frostlass, her bulky Frostlass. So she goes for a taunt, and I decided to overpredict her and go for a Fire Blast just to kill this thing off. And that's kind of okay, because I take down 2 of her pokes with just 1 Arcanine, which is a bit epic. So as you can see here, my Catandog is able to pull off pretty decent sweep here, and she decided to bring in as her next poke Hunker Crow, and this is probably her physical one, so I decided to stay in and go for Fire Blast just to finish off this thing, and thanks to the Brave Bird recall I'm able to do that. So my Arcanine take down 3 of her pokes, and my situation is looking pretty good as for now. So yeah, her next poke was Venusaur, and I decided not to overplay it and stay in and just let this thing kill me. So she kills me with Earthquake, and I thought that this thing is actually banded, so I decided to bring in my Scary Mojo. She missed with Sleep Powder because this turns out to be her Life Orb Venusaur, and I go for an Explosion just to kill this thing right off. So she's got only 1 poke left, and I don't know it yet in this time, and this turns out to be her Raikou. So as you can see here, as if I have my Dactyl here, I would win this, because the stabbed Earthquake will probably finish off this thing with just 1 hit, but you know, that didn't happen. She goes for a Thunderbolt just to take down my Omastar because it's a super effective move, and after that all I have left is just my Lapras, and it's actually weak to the Thunderbolt, so yeah, she goes for a Thunderbolt, and somehow my Lapras survives this due to its awesome defensive stats. And I got a Power Hacks, but it didn't matter because I hit my Waterfall, and this isn't going to kill this thing. So I just go for Ice Shard to, you know, hoping to get a Freeze Hacks or some crit, but that didn't occur, and she take me down with Thunderbolt. So that was a great game, Kelly. Comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Hope you like this battle. Pretty cool team. Hope you'll get a rematch sometime. And yeah, see you guys later. Peace, dudes.